Undisputed.
G-E-A-U-X, congratulations to the Lady Tigers. Hi there, everybody. Hope you had a fabulous weekend. Welcome into Undisputed. I'm Jen Hale. That is Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Gentlemen, y'all are looking dapper today. I love the spring colors. How are we?
Ain't no tie today. It will not be a tie today.
You wore a
That's
tie.
what I'm on here.
Why did you wear a tie today?
Because it will be none.
Be none?
Be none.
You're going to lose again?
No. Oh, no. Oh,
What?
no.
Shannon, I've been trying to tell you about your Lakers. You wore a tie in honor of your Lakers because they're about to win another chip.
I'm about to be more impressive than LSU women yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. They're about to be a beatdown of epic proportion. And I can't wait to see the narrative that
It
come
was
out of this.
a fantastic game. I couldn't take my eyes off it. Made my whole
bet you
week,
couldn't.
guys. LSU taking down Iowa 102-85 yesterday afternoon. They win the women's NCAA basketball championship. Hey there, Angel Reese. We see ya. She received the tournament's Most Outstanding Player award. After the game, she talked about her celebratory gesture made toward Iowa's Caitlin Clark. Take a listen.
All year, I was critiqued about who I was. The narrative, I don't fit the narrative. I don't fit in the box that y'all want me to be in. I'm too hood, I'm too ghetto. Y'all told me that all year. But when other people do it, y'all don't say nothing. So this was for the girls that look like me, that's going to speak up on what they believe in. It's unapologetically you. And that's what I did it for tonight. This was for it was bigger than me tonight. It was bigger than me. Twitter is going to go in a rage every time.
She was fantastic on the court, that's for sure. Shannon, do you have any problem with Angel Reese's taunting of Caitlin Clark?
I have no problem whatsoever. Skip, I want to preface everything that I say. Caitlin Clark was sensational. She should have been a unanimous Player of the Year. Nobody should have got any votes. If you look at the way she played all year, and if she solidified that, she answered all the questions, she checked all the boxes in the tournament, she should have been a Player of the Year. So, young lady, what you did, how you represented the game of women's college basketball, you should be commended. So I don't want you to take anything that I'm about to say personal, because this is not about you.
That's fair. I agree. Go ahead.
This is about the portrayal of how women, we see it two different ways. 48 hours ago, when Caitlin Clark did this, John Cena, it was considered swag. 48 hours later, Angel Reese does the exact same gesture. It's classless. Keith Olbermann went as far as to say she was an idiot. Not just an idiot, an effing idiot. For you to stoop so low to call a college kid, a female, because she did a gesture, when you didn't say anything when Caitlin Clark did it. It's funny how America, society sees black and white. White person does the exact same gesture. Skip, you know one of the greatest talkers in NBA history, you covered the guy, was Larry Bird. He was never criticized. One of the greatest talkers in NFL football is who? Phillip Rivers. He was never criticized. Angel Reese talked about this all year. Skip, if you remember 48 hours earlier, Don Staley foretold of this. Many chalked it up as being sour grapes because she had lost. And lo and behold, everything that she spoke of came to fruition the moment Angel Reese did that gesture. The moment she did this, and the moment she started pointing at her finger, talking about she about to get a ring, Twitter it started trending, and it went into a haywire. And I was just there to read the comments. I didn't want to see the comments. I'm like, really? I'm like, one of our own, Danny Cannell, that used to work here, told me it was classless.
Who?
Danny Cannell.
Oh, Danny Cannell.
Yeah. Okay. Skip, I'm like, hold on. So I went back and see, did he say anything about Caitlin Clark? Was it classless when she did it? No, nothing. Everybody loved it. Skip, a lot of these women in college basketball, a lot of the black athletes, they have their hair they have their lashes on, they have their nails done. A lot of them are tatted up. Some of them had dreads. So they don't project the role. And like she said, I don't fit your image. I don't fit the box that you want me to fit in. And I'm cool with that. Angel Reese is what we call, she said unapologetically me, she meant unapologetically black. Yes. And she was talking about the little black girl. Don't you feel some type of way? You represent who you are. You stand proud and you stand on what you believe in. Skip, this was a great game. And unfortunately, Skip, we're not really talking about the demolition job that they did.
It was a great game for LSU.
Yes. Skip, I mean, it got close there. Caitlin Clark came down and hit a couple of threes.
Did you ever really? I never really thought.
No. They had spent their wad Friday night beating South Carolina.
They did.
But Skip, I mean, how do we, it's so obvious what this is. Skip, this is not about anything else other than race. And I wish we didn't have to talk about it. I wish you and I could come out here and talk about what a great game. And Kim Mulkey, she did an unbelievable job in only her second year. Yep. She put LSU, they're a power now. People got to respect this women's college basketball program. She's one of the 2 or 3 greatest coaches, probably Gino, Coach Pat Summitt. Now you got to go Kim Mulkey as the 3rd greatest college female basketball coach in history.
I'll buy that.
But what we're talking about, because right down the middle, we see 2 different gestures. And one is a celebration. It's celebrated as, woo, it's celebrated. The other is condemned. And why? Only because a black did the exact same gesture that a white female did 48 hours earlier. Skip, now don't forget now, you know, Caitlin Clark been talking that ish. You remember her and the Louisville player got into it. Mm-hmm. Ain't nobody know that's swag. Mm-hmm. Ooh, Caitlin Clark, she liked that. That's the Mamba mentality. Mm-hmm. Everybody was loving it.
You're down 15, shut up.
Angel Reese can't say nothing.
Yeah.
Angel Reese do that. Why are you doing that? You're not an NBA this night. Yada, yada, yada. They have so much negativity to say. Is that our expression, we've always been very expressive. Jack Johnson started this in 1900, Skip, when he would beat their white heavyweight champions, and they hated it. And they came up with these Trump charges to get him. They really despised Muhammad Ali, Skip, because he was a lyricist with this. Mm-hmm. So I'm sorry that we're here. I'm sorry that I cannot give LSU the due respect that they deserve. Their women.
Well, you can, though. You are.
Yeah, I want to so bad, Skip, but it overshadowed. Skip, I mean, when Angel Reese said Skip, that thing got 20, 30 million views. I'm like, what? All because she did this, all because she pointed to a ring? It's trash talk. It's a part of the game. But white trash talk and black trash talk, Skip, is viewed entirely different, and we know why.
It has been for many, many, many years. Okay, I preface everything I say by the fact that I became an Angel Reese fan about a month ago. For sure, I've been following her all year, but happened to watch a game with our man Lil Wayne at his place, watched his LSU Tigers, and he is over the moon about this team and this player. He loves him some Angel Reese. And that day as I watched, so did I. I like her body language. I like her charisma. I like her overall impact on a game because she is a double machine. And I will remind you, remember, she transferred from Maryland just for this year.
Because I think she's from Maryland.
She is. And in the 3 times at Maryland that she played Caitlin Clark's team at Iowa, they went 3-0. So she has beaten her pretty regularly, soundly before. Okay, so I got a whole lot to say about this. I'll start from the end to the taunting. I also had zero problems with this because of what Caitlin Clark is. Why is she the best player in women's college basketball? Because she is a miniature Larry Bird. You grew up loving Larry Bird.
I did, absolutely.
I know all about Larry Bird. He was the trash talker of his generation. He didn't do it overtly, he did it covertly. Right. I covered Mark Aguirre in Dallas, and he used to just pour his heart out to me as he's always in my ear. He's always telling me, you ain't, you know what?
Right.
And he turns right around and backs it up.
Yes.
He'll say, I'm about to hit this in your face. And he hit it in my face. And Mark Aguirre was intimidated, in awe of Larry Bird.
Yes.
When Mark Aguirre was at DePaul, he was the baddest man on the block. Remember? And he had a big block behind him. He could put his caboose in people. Okay, that's Larry Bird. This is the same Larry Bird who I was told by an eyewitness in the locker room in Dallas in 1986 at the All-Star Saturday celebration with all the three-point contests. There were, was it 4 other black guys in the three-point contest? And he asked them, face to face, which one of you, you know what, is going to finish second? And he got away with it because it was 1986. I don't know. And it was Larry Bird. And by that point, he had proven that he was just Larry Bird. And once you back it up, as you know, game respects game. Yeah. And he transcended his paleness. Right. Where the black guys are like, yeah, he's that guy. Right. And I think basically that both South Carolina and LSU decided she's just it. Yes. Because they were raving. She is great. In fact, Alexis Morris said after the game, who covered her, and I'm about to make a point about Alexis Morris, she said she's changing the way the game is played right now. So she's got a little Steph and a little Larry Bird. The problem is she's only 6 feet tall. Larry's 6'9", so Larry could dominate. But remember, I was there in the front row at Salt Lake City when Larry Bird took on Magic, and it literally lifted up. Yes. The Final Four. It lifted up March Madness. It wasn't even called March Madness. It was just the NCAA tournament. And it was little at that point, and it was kind of obscure at that point. And all of a sudden, because you had black and white, it put it on the map. Right. And Larry Bird wasn't great white hype. He became great white hope, as in legit. Right. He was College Player of the Year. He was a College Player of the Year. And he couldn't deal with Magic and Gregory Kelser because it was 2 against 1, basically, because he had 4 guys from wherever they were from, Indiana State, and he was from French Lick, Indiana.
They're all salesmen now. None of them played the NBA.
They're all salesmen, and they had no shot. And yet Larry went to play for Bobby Knight and lasted about 5 minutes and said, I ain't taking this stuff. Yep. So he wound up at Indiana State and lifted them all the way up into the championship game. Okay. So the point is, what I like about Caitlin Clark is she's got a little, if I may, SH to her game, because she's got a little edge to her, and she is capable of doing this, and she's capable of a little comment here and there. Right. And then they decided there were a couple of the South Carolina players, they were not going to honor shooting the basketball. So at one point, she just waved her hand like, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to guard you. And it's a little bit of an intimidation tactic. Once upon a time, I was at the NBA Finals. This is 2013. And I remember the great Greg Popovich, who's about to go in the Hall of Fame. Remember, he would wave off his players. He would stand up and wave them off LeBron. Just let him shoot that. Wave them off. Okay?